going on, guys? Welcome to another video of Hit Squad Productions. I'm just getting home today, so I wasn't able to make a video for you guys, during the Giants game or on Monday, but I wanted to give my thoughts on it. As you guys know, the Giants lost 27-13. This was a horrible loss. It was a horrible loss, but I thought that there were some positives to take, but there are definitely a lot of negatives. So let's look at this, right? So to start it off, the two offside penalties on the Giants offense that put the Giants at 3rd and 17. Ridiculous. That's unacceptable. You can't have your players go out there and do that. The offense looked lost at times. I mean, I understand that the offense picked it up towards the second half. DJ looked pretty good. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, with how the offense was playing the first half, I don't care if you're playing the New York Jets or the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're not going to go out there and win many games, with how the offense has been playing. Now, I thought the defense just couldn't contain Lamar. Now, that's not necessarily, on the defense, which I'm going to get to in a sec. But, you got to give that, the greatness to Lamar Jackson, because he has elusiveness that, we haven't seen ever. I know you could say Michael Vick, but I think he's a lot different than Michael Vick. They have similarities, though. But the Giants just couldn't contain Lamar, and they couldn't get off of the field. I think one of the biggest issues, if not the biggest issue on this team, at least from the defensive side, is that the defense needs a solid edge rusher. Now, the defense couldn't put pressure on Lamar. They couldn't sack Lamar, really. And, Dave Gettleman has yet to address that. In the 3 years that we've had Dave Gettleman as our GM, we don't have one edge rusher worth mentioning. And that's extremely frustrating, because realistically, looking at this defense, that's one of the key pieces that we need on this team. We have a bunch of big guys up front that are good at stopping the run, but at the same time, we're not having anybody really get to the quarterback. Another issue would be, obviously, Isaac Yiadom is a problem on this defense. There was poor tackling all across the field, not just from Isaac Yiadom, but from different players. And it just seems like the Giants were out of sync. The offense looked out of sync. And, I saw a lot of people questioning whether the Giants practiced or not. And, that's something that has to be corrected. We're going into week 17. You can't let this, still happen. Now, I thought the Giants offensive line looked decent at times. I know they gave up, I think it was 5 sacks. Dante Pettis had a solid catch on 2nd and 17. I thought that was a good throw by DJ. Hopefully that can be another weapon for Daniel Jones, because Dante Pettis looked pretty good in his first game suiting up for the Giants. But going back to the Giants offensive line, towards the end, we had 3 back-to-back sacks. Obviously, that's not going to help at all. Matt Parrott gave up 2 on the back-to-back sacks. And, it's extremely frustrating. I think the Giants only have 2 offensive touchdowns in their last 12 quarters, and you can't win that way. You can't. If you think you're going to win that game, you are sadly mistaken. You're not going to win any games like that. Now, I did see promise in DJ that gave me hope that maybe with the new offensive coordinator, we could get DJ some weapons that he needs, because he does need weapons. And I think DJ could be a pretty solid NFL quarterback. It's clear, obviously, that he doesn't have any help. It's clear that, yes, DJ, hasn't been playing too good, but I do think that the potential is there. Now, I know that, even with all of this being said, the Giants can still make it into the playoffs. Welcome to the NFC East. The Giants can still make it to the playoffs. Even with them being 5-10, they could still make it to the playoffs. How? Well, we would need some help. We would need Washington losing to Philly on Sunday, which, if Alex Smith isn't playing, I think that Jalen Hurts can go win that game. Now, we also need to handle our business in Dallas. Dallas is feeling themselves. They won a couple games straight. But let's not get this twisted. Dallas is still a horrible team. They are still a horrible team. I understand they've pulled up some upsets, but I think every team in this division has. The Giants have, Philly has, Washington has, and now Dallas has. So I'm not buying into Dallas. And I think that if there's any game for us to get right, why not end the year off on a positive note? Beat a division rival at home. for the Giants, beat a division rival. It makes a great story with Jason Garrett too. Plus, who doesn't want to beat the Dallas Cowboys? So, that's my thoughts on that. Now, I don't think it's bad either way if we go to the playoffs or not, because if we go to the playoffs, that'll give this team some experience. It'll give us a chance, right? Now, I'm not saying that it's a chance, we're going to go win the Super Bowl. No, not at all. But I'm saying that gives us a chance. It gives this team experience, right? Now, if you lose, you have a higher draft pick. And I'm not the kind of fan to, pray for my team to lose or root for my team to lose. I'm just not built that way. I know a couple of you guys are like that, but I'm just not built that way. I'm gonna root for my team every week. Even when I tell you guys, oh, I don't think we're gonna win, I don't think we're gonna win, I'm still screaming at my TV, believing with every inch of my body that we're gonna win this game. Because that's what fans do. That's what fans do, and I don't care if we went 3-13. I'm still going to watch every single game. I'm still going to root for my team every single game and hope that we win and believe in us. But I think looking at this team, this is definitely an evaluation year for Daniel Jones coming up. I believe that the Giants will actually address the wide receiver position, whether that's in free agency, whether that's in the draft, both. I think that they will draft another guard maybe or another tackle just for depth. I think they're going to trade Kevin Zeitler, if not release him, but hopefully we can get some defensive edge rushes out. Hopefully we can get a solid number 2 corner, because these are things that we need. We need a couple extra linebackers as well, because Devontae Downs isn't getting it done. But let me know your thoughts below, because we're coming upon an interesting week. I know it's been an interesting year, a rough year for all of us, but we got one more game of Giants football to go through. Hopefully we can have more Giants football, but if not, I'm very excited with how this team has been. I'm very excited for where this team is going, and I think that we're headed in the right direction. But this is another video from Hit Squad Productions. If you're new, like the video, comment below, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys be easy.